Welcome! The Daily Exchange Consensus Edition. We're here with Olga Feldmeier from Smart Valor, telling us all about her new STO platform. We'll see you guys in a sec. All right, guys, welcome back here. We're here with Olga Feldmeier from Smart Valor, CEO. Welcome to the Daily Exchange.
Nice to meet you, Fred.
Yeah.
Again.
We're obviously here at Consensus, and we were on a panel talking about STOs, which was really cool.
Security tokens. It was the best panel of the conference.
Fantastic. Now, you guys have just recently launched I believe a testnet or a test version of your security token platform. Tell us about that.
Exactly. So, Fred, we got started almost 2 years ago. We're very fortunate to be hosted by Thomson Reuters Incubator. Now we are one of the largest companies in Swiss Crypto Valley. And, after building the platform for around 14 months, today we are releasing it to the public in a test environment. That means, everybody can, basically onboard, go through KYC, put in, play money, trade, store crypto, store fiat, and just, see how it works. And, what we want to actually achieve with that is to get feedback from the community about trading features that folks want to have, about visual design, just kind of like any feedback before we go out and troll it live next month. So that's kind of like the big hope that everybody, folks, come over and help us to understand if we build a great stuff.
Okay. Now you were originally part of Zappo, the cryptocurrency wallet, and you fought really hard to get that through the Parliament and bring it into life. Tell us, what was the most challenging part of that?
Well, basically, convincing everybody, including regulators, that it's a legal business, that it can be a legal business, and it's basically, that Bitcoin business back then in 2014-15, that we were there for real and for the long term, and it was not about money laundering, that it was about legitimate business. You remember how we got started with Bitcoin. There wasn't even word blockchain. Blockchain did not exist. It was just about Bitcoin. So that was very tough. First, to be the first is always hard, right? But we made it, and today Crypto Valley is accumulation of 700 companies. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's growing, right? It's been the largest destination for ICOs and crowdfunding through the token sale. We're still good on track. We are number 2, I guess, after Singapore in 2008. But the problem is, as the space is coming, out of this ICO stage into more mature stage called security tokens, there are no trading venues for this stuff, right? There are no licensed exchanges where you can trade shares of companies and funds and derivatives in a legal and compliant way. So this is kind of like where we see an opportunity, and we are getting licensed. We already received 2 licenses in Switzerland and in Liechtenstein for crypto to fiat exchange, and we build an exchange. So we're launching first with the top 5 cryptocurrencies next month, and after that we're going to move over to launching more and more security tokens in our exchange.
Okay.
So that's the roadmap.
Where do you think the security token market is at today?
Well, today you see we are currently speaking about 100 STOs in the process of being issued. It's actually quite a number, right? But the problems that you have, well, like where you're gonna trade this stuff, right? Well, the crypto exchanges are big, a lot of them in Asia, but they are not licensed for distribution of securities, right? So where do you get this trading venue? Where do you get liquidity? How is this going to work, right? So it's kind of like a little bit, question mark. Well, here in New York, in the US, you have T0, you have Open Finance Network. They're just getting started. But what we need is actually global security token offering, right? Not just US, not just somewhere in, I don't know, Japan. We need exchanges all around the world like us to pull the global liquidity and make this new market for security tokens liquid and accessible.
Okay. And I guess in terms of security tokens, a lot of people have been talking about, obviously, there's a lack of liquidity right now, but there are some things that are actually taking place, and there's new coins coming out. How do you think that I guess the STO market should use blockchain? What do you think the ideal setup is?
Yeah, well, you see, that's a very good question. You can tokenize anything, right? You can put on blockchain any kind of security. And this is what actually currently happening also with traditional stock exchanges. Like you from Australia, right? Your stock exchange is one of the leaders, right? It was piloted, there are already securities issued on the blockchain through Australian Stock Exchange, right? So this is a big movement. This is where exchanges see this opportunity to create like really this, seamless instant settlement, right? Which we don't have today, right? It takes 2 days to settle sale of a share, right? Today. So this instant settlement, this is where traditional exchanges are moving forward. This is just one segment, right? In alternative investment space, which is, private securities, venture capital, private equity funds, all of this infrastructure project, this is a super illiquid stuff, right? Which is, today not traded anywhere, very difficult to access, huge stakes. So this is actually where tokenization brings us the biggest advantage, right? It can be fractionalized, can be small pieces of this, fund or share or whatever it is. It can be made much more accessible to investors from all over the world through cryptocurrencies, right? And this is actually where we as a smart Valor kind of see our, opportunity. And I think this is a space which will be tremendously improved through deployment of tokenization.
Okay, so talking about the market right now, Bitcoin is obviously has moved up quite a lot. What's your view right now of the market? Where do you think Bitcoin is going to go?
Oh, don't ask me this. I was already so wrong, They asked me this question a year ago, and I said Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000. And everybody thought like, 100,000. And the question is, what is the period of time until it gets there, right? I still believe in 2-3 years it's possible, right? 100,000, what is this? It's like multiple 5 from the highest level, right? There are some other people, Tim Draper said it's going to be 250,000, right? There are people that are saying it's going to be 1 million. It's just always question of perspective, right? It's a period of time. I do believe this year we're going to be back to 10,000, maybe 12,000 by the end of the year, because as a half in an event, those 4 years in which, reward that Bitcoin miners get for mining the block, it halves by 2 every 4 years, right? So this event is coming up in May next year. And if you look at, price development over the last 8 years, so you always see approximately 6 months before the halving event, kind of like market is starting to prepare for, halving it of the supply of the Bitcoin. So I think latest by the end of this year, we will be back to 12, 13, 15,000. Okay. And it's going to be amazing for all of us.
Brilliant stuff. Olga, thank you so much for joining us on the Daily Exchange. And
thank
best
you,
of luck
Fred.
with this security token platform.
Thank you, Fred. Nice to meet you.
All right, guys. That is the Smart Valor platform. Do check it out. The testnet is live. We'll see you guys later. Yeah.